A few days ago, I built this paludarium for my crested gecko, and many of you guys reacted strongly to that, saying that crested geckos should never be kept in paludariums for two reasons. Number one, they are very bad swimmers. If he would fall into the water section, he would easily drown. Number two, the humidity would be constant and he would get respiratory infections. So let me just say that Rambo is very agile, he's very methodical on how he walks on the branches and the glass, and also there are plenty of rocks and sticks, so if he would fall into the water, he could easily get out. And as for the humidity, during the day, depending on where you measure in the enclosure, it's from 58 to 70%. And at night, it goes up to 80%. So there's no risk of him drowning, no risk of him getting respiratory infections. But I value your opinion, and since so many reacted so strongly to this, I'm gonna drain the water and turn it into a terrarium. So yeah, first thing we need to do is deactivate the pump, because I had a little waterfall going here. And I need to remove the pump, since I'm not going to use it anymore. And there's the pump. Now we can suck out the water. Most of the water is gone now. We're gonna need some sort of a drainage layer. The only thing I have laying around is substratum. Use it as sort of a drainage layer just for the front. Just because it's nice looking. Done it before and I know that it works. And now we can add some weed fabric to separate the substrate. And now finally the substrate. So this is what it looks like today. And I'm gonna open it real quick so you can see. I recently started to work with Dennerle plants and they've sent me this cool looking grass that is called snakebeard something. You're probably wondering why I didn't make a terrarium from the beginning. It's because I'm obsessed with paludariums. So now that we got that out of the way, I just wanted to give you a little short update on everybody in the studio. So this is my green basilisk Leo. I'm gonna try to take him out carefully and see if he just wants to cooperate a bit. He doesn't like it at all. I never handle him, just for little checkups to see if he's healthy. And he looks pretty healthy. He's a very cool lizard. Whoa, 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 whoa! He's just a super cool little guy. I've had him for I think 4 years now, and he still has some duckweed on his face. And now he has opened his mouth because he's very scary. Yes, you're very scary, Leo. Straight into the water. Water. Leo is on the verge of getting a new home. I'm talking with some people to build him a super big enclosure. It's going to be 2.5 meters long, 90 centimeters deep, if I'm not mistaken, 170 high. So all the way out here, all the way to the wall, schmacky boom. It's going to be a massive thing with a huge pond, with a lot of fish. I'm thinking like 200 neon tetras or something like that. So underneath Leo, we have Pamela, my Brazilian rainbow boa, who recently shed. There's a little piece of her shed still. I couldn't get it out in one piece. That always annoys me. It's super satisfying to get one shed out in one piece, but today I couldn't. And she also defecated, which is, I think it's the worst smell. Like, bearded dragon is bad, leopard geckos are bad, but I don't think nothing is as bad as Pamela. And I don't handle her very much either, just in these occasions. Ooh, she's hissing at me. Pamela is also 4 years old, so it's good now that Leo is gonna move out, because when he does, Pamela's gonna move in there. And I've been saying this for a long time. Sometimes life doesn't go as fast as you wish. Really, really want to rehouse her because her current enclosure is a bit small, but soon she will have a mansion. And she's super, super, super strong. Before we move on to the next room, I just wanted to show you my little tarantula. Whoa! I'm still very scared of this spider. So So this is my Monocenthropus balfouri. I don't even want to open, but I have to show you guys her beauty. This is my Monocenthropus balfouri. It's also called blue baboon tarantula or something like that. She is so beautiful because she has, it doesn't really come off on the camera, but in the right light, she also has like an iridescent shine, kind of like Pamela. She has made a nice little web here. She has, she has finally decided to start using the little hide. So I see her at night, she's just chilling inside her. She has actually started to dig. I'm gonna run and get her a cricket actually.
We grew up together.
These 3 enclosures are empty. I just have them in case I need them for something. In here I have my 4 baby morning geckos that are doing extremely well. I cannot see anyone at the moment. Yeah, there's one there. Hopefully you can see that little gecko face right there. I can hear the other ones because they've started to call each other like. There's a little bit of condensation on the glass, so you can't really see her, but she's there. You see her eyes, right? Yeah. The cylinder has just turned into a snail infestation. This is now where I currently grow my ramshorn snails. As you can see, all these little dots, that's just ramshorn snails all over. And then we have the OG shrimp tank. She is very dark at the moment because, you know, the Hygrophila pinnatafida has taken over everything, and also the moss. But the shrimp are doing fine. The shrimp really loves this jungle. I have some plans for this, so I've just been letting it grow out because I need a plant for something else. So I've just been not neglecting it, well, neglecting it on purpose. That's the OG shrimp tank. If you want to get some cool posters, I really recommend checking out the Indoor Ecosystems Etsy website. If we move on from the OG shrimp tank, you see, oh, by the way, yeah, I have this little aquarium right here. I'm just gonna give you a quick sneak peek. It's currently very dark because I'm doing a dark start. And same thing here, a little quick sneak peek. We move into the other room. The first thing we're gonna take a look at is the frog tank. As you can see, I have a new plant right here. This is a new plant from Dennerle plants. They sent me these to take pictures of. And I really like this one because it gives it a different dimension. Like it gives it a more grassy feeling, gives it a bit more foregroundy feeling. The bromeliads are growing crazy in here. So you can see they're growing. If we go from this side, it's a little bit dark here, but we got some baby bromeliads growing here. Of course, always when you have guests over or you want to film something, nobody is out. I hear them every morning calling, so I know that both of them are male. I want to get them a female because it would be cool to breed them. Yeah, I have to wait until the next expo, I think. Next to my frogs, we have Arturo, who is perfectly poking out his little face. Ciao, Arturo. This is my leopard gecko, obviously. Hopefully we don't scare him. Ciao, Bellino. And I've been stealing his plants, so I have to give him a little trimming from some other plants. He has no plants here anymore. It's a little bit sad at the moment. I'm gonna give it a revamp soon. In front of my leopard gecko, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vampire crab tanks. And the plan is to turn them into one big enclosure. So I've been kinda not neglecting them, but not giving them the attention they deserve. Of course I feed them, that's not what I mean. I mean, you see here, we have some algae on the glass. But if we look even closer on the glass, you can see that there's babies. And I think that this is like the 5th or the 6th generation. Because I call this the mothership because it just keeps producing baby vampire crabs. And we have an adult right down there. A little bit of reflection, but there's an adult. There's one right there as well. It's a little bit bigger. Right there, you see him, yeah. Here we have another vampire crab enclosure. This was the nursery due, like number 2. And what's happened here is that I've added a Mexican oregano, and you can see a little boy there. Hello. And it also has a new plant from Dennerle plants. Super cool. It looks like a bamboo and it can grow pretty tall, but it grows very slowly. So I'm just trying it out in this tank and loving how it looks. I can leave links to all the plants from Dennerle plants in my description if you're interested in this one. Because this could, I think it can get 60 centimeters tall or something like that. You see in that hole we have a vampire crab. Just see his legs. There's another one. And the plan was to make a Balfouri communal here. You know, the spider I showed you before. I want to have like 6 or 7 of them inside here living together, because that's the cool thing about that spider. You can keep them communally. Here we have what I thought was an Asian forest scorpion, but it's actually, I think it's an emperor scorpion. Can't really see him, but then when I shine light on him, there he is. He really hates me, so I'm not gonna bother him too much. But he's doing fantastic, and this tank is also doing fantastic, so I will leave this as is. I will not do any changes to this for a while. Let's just leave him alone. And then up here we have another vampire crab / morning gecko tank that also has a new plant from Dennerle plants. It's this pink, purpley cool, super cool light plant, I mean. There's some vampire crabs right there, and they really seem to love it. There's a crab right there, missing one claw. Probably had a fight about fruit fly or something. Oh, and then we have one crab there, and another one right there. You can just see his eyes sitting there angrily. Currently have 4 adult geckos in here who has laid some eggs. 2 over there and 2 over there. And they haven't hatched in months, so I don't know if they will hatch. I don't know what's the issue here, because I keep it moist, I keep it warm. They've already given birth to 4 babies that are in the cylinder, so I don't think there's anything wrong here. Maybe it was just, you know, ghost eggs. So this one will also be taken down, or perhaps I will just move it and the inhabitants will go into the big tank that's coming. Moving on from this one, I have a little aquarium here that I'm not going to show too much because it needs some growing in first. Just a little sneak peek. And down here we have the Aquila terrarium. It's an all-in-one terrarium, and in here we have my little cave gecko, which is obviously not out because they come out at night. And she's been doing fantastic, but she will get an upgrade pretty soon because it's a little bit too small for her. And of course in this room we have Kiwi, the bearded dragon, just chilling. Everything is doing super nice except the plants. The rosemary died. This was just a little quick update on Kiwi as well. And finally, the last animals of the tour is this. These are some chicken eggs that I've been incubating for, I think this is day 17. So tomorrow I will stop moving them around because you have to move them twice a day to replicate like the chicken mama, moving them around so they don't, yeah, I don't know, you have to move them around. And I've been incubating them for, like we have this schedule here, we've been checking them. There were two eggs that didn't make it because they weren't fertilized. And here we have like a list of names of people wanting to name the eggs. So in less than 1 week, we will set up a little tent here. Hold on, let me show you. This tent, and we will have a heat light coming down from the roof. And this little tent here will be filled with baby chicks. So I have to just show you a few more things outside. I'll just grab on my shoes. And I don't think I've showed this before on the channel, but here I am building a pond. We will have a huge pond here with some, not goldfish, koi carps, koi fish, medium to small sized koi fish. The chicken will live in here. As you can see, we're building a little chicken coop here. And it's not little, it's huge. This will be the chicken coop. This is where they will roost and chill and sleep and lay eggs. And this will be the chicken run, where they can run freely, eat insects, eat whatever we give them, leftover foods, but also high quality foods. because once you've tasted the real egg, how it should be, not from the store when they taste like fish food and the yolk is white, it's not yellow. When you have tasted the real eggs with the real almost orange yellow, then you cannot go back. So I thought that instead of rely on other people, I wanted to create the eggs myself. Or I won't create them, the chicken will create them, but I want to have them in my backyard. Imagine when I look down here and I will see chickens running around here. Chickening. That was just a quick update on what's happening in Terraquacave and Terraquacave Studios. Ultimately, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking, commenting. The Terraquacave just needs to pass by. Yeah, so now that the Terraquacave is out of the way, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my videos. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.